In today's video, I've got 5 facts about Tohru from the series Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I'll be covering Tohru's abilities, how she is tied to the Lord of the Rings franchise, a possible encounter with God, and most importantly, her cup size. But hey, if you're new here, why not join the 414 community by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a video. So, with that being said, let's roll intro and get straight into the video. Tohru is a female Western Chaos Dragon who has the ability to transform into the form of a human girl. Tohru, in her human form, has long blonde hair with orange tips and added pink-purple highlights that she wears in twin pigtails. In the manga adaptation of the show, Tohru's hair is simply plain blonde. As for Tohru's eyes, they are of a red and orange blend, and her pupils are dilated to match that of a dragon. While in her human form, she does still keep some of her original dragon traits, though toned down to match that of her human size. First of all, we have her beige pointed horns, green dragon tail, and those cute grey bat-like wings. Of course, while in the comfort and privacy of Miss Kobayashi's apartment, Tohru will often wear these out. She does, however, have the ability to freely hide these features if she chooses to do so, which she will when she is in public, though she always has her horns on show. Most people don't really notice these as being strange, as they think the horns are just some sort of cosplay accessory. The maid uniform Tohru wears is based off the uniform used in a maid cafe called Maid Cafe Cozy, which she flew by on her way to Kobayashi's apartment during the first episode. What is interesting here is that the uniform itself is actually just her dragon scales molded or shapeshifted into the design rather than the outfit being what we would consider as normal clothes. Next up, it would be rude not to mention a feature of Tohru's, which I know a certain few of you would be interested in. Tohru has noticeably large breasts. She obviously claims these to be a D cup because, you know, D is for dragon, right? She does later state that this is by dragon standards and that by human standards her breasts are even larger. No official number to confirm, but still a nice thought. And I'm not ashamed. The last month has basically been a massive fat fest to Bowser, so I'm happy to keep it 2016 style on this occasion. Another thing that people are interested in, of course, is how old is Tohru? In dragon years we are unsure because it hasn't been stated, though we do know that Canon is around 1,000 years of age. In human years though, it has been officially confirmed by Enquiries in chapter 52 of the manga. And if you're wondering, Enquiries is another dragon that is only in the manga currently. Enquiries states that Tohru is 16 years of age. And finally, Tohru's dragon form, I couldn't leave this out obviously, is a huge green European style dragon that has black wings and her underbelly is a shade of light green. The exact height of Tohru's dragon form hasn't been officially confirmed, though as we have seen, she towers way over Kobayashi's old apartment that is 4 stories high, so the unofficial answer is pretty damn huge. In the second episode of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Kobayashi asks Tohru if her name has anything to do with the Norse god of lightning Thor. Tohru responds to Kobayashi by telling her that her parents named her after a famous author in the human world. That famous author is J.R.R. Tolkien, writer of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings books. The tie-in here is how the names are written and pronounced, which I shall put on screen here for you. Here is the spelling for Tolkien, which is pronounced as Tohrukin, and here is the spelling for Tohru. Pretty cool nod to the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings franchise, right? Though I do find it strange that Tohru's parents would name her after a human, as dragons have an everlasting hate for the humans, but meh, you know. And another fun fact while we were on this subject, did you know that J.R.R. Tolkien actually drew inspiration from the legend of Fafnir to create his infamous dragon Smaug? Throughout the series, Tohru has claimed that she is one of the more powerful dragons. She even elaborates as far as saying that she is capable of bringing about the Armageddon. So, note to self, don't get on Tohru's bad side. Tohru uses the fire element. We have seen her demonstrate this from unleashing a huge burst of flame that cleared all the clouds in the sky to the pretty side of being able to make her own fireworks simply using the flame element she controls. Tohru breathes fire from her mouth like a normal dragon would, whereas dragons like Canon summon her electrical element through her hands. Kind of Kamehameha style. And for this fact, I wanted to go over some of the other powers that Tohru possesses, starting with the obvious transformation ability. We have seen on many occasions Tohru transforming between her human and dragon form. She can also transform parts of her body rather than only being able to transform and retain the features of one or the other. Like mentioned earlier, she often switches between having her tail and wings on show and hiding them depending on where she is or what situation she is involved in. There was that scene at the convention where she kept her tail and wings on show as everyone at the con thought it was just part of a cosplay she'd put together. It's also worth mentioning that Tohru, like most dragons, has the perception blocking ability, which lets her go undetected by humans so that she can take on her normal dragon form when and wherever she pleases. Next up is super speed. Tohru can move at incredible speeds beyond that of a normal human, or even human transportation for that matter. I tried to find some exact figures of how fast Tohru can move, but unfortunately no official numbers have been confirmed. The best example of her super speed though was in an episode where she was able to catch up to that purse thief in the shopping district within a second of him turning around. Of course, this did almost give Tohru's identity of not being a real human away. But as well as super speed, combined using the same example with the purse thief, Tohru of course has super strength, which, let's face it, you'd expect of a dragon. Using the purse thief as an example again, once she had used her super speed to catch him, she then demonstrated her incredible strength. Tohru used one punch, Saitama style, to stop this criminal, which was so strong that it caused the solid concrete under the thief to shatter. And what's interesting to point out here as well is that not only does Tohru possess such incredible strength, it is confirmed in this scene that she has complete control over her abilities, as the floor beneath the thief was completely destroyed, whereas there was minimal damage sustained to any of the surrounding area. This next ability of Tohru's is one of my favourites, as it lends itself to one of the ongoing gags throughout the series, which I personally found funny every time. The ability is Tohru's regeneration capabilities. The best way to describe it is by using the ongoing gag as the example. On many occasions, Tohru has been seen trying to serve Kobayashi chunks of her dragon tail as a meal or side dish. Tohru would cut off a bit of her own tail and it would regenerate as if nothing had happened. In terms of the gag, it hasn't really been made clear as to why Tohru is so desperate for Kobayashi to eat some of her tail, but I can imagine that it is some form of affection that dragons share in their own world, which then leads itself to the question, which is, does every dragon have this ability? But anyway, in terms of Tohru's regeneration ability, this suggests that she can regenerate quite fast, but she probably has a limit on how much damage she can take, or if there are any artifacts in place which can stop this process. I say this because of the magical holy sword that was left inside her. Tohru was only able to regenerate and heal the mortal wound dealt her once said sword was removed by Kobayashi. Finally, magic. Tohru has been seen using magic, which other dragons have stated themselves as being very powerful. According to Kana and Elma, Tohru is the only dragon from their world that can open a gateway to their world and that of the humans. Though I believe that Tohru's father, the Emperor of Demise, also has this ability, as he came to the human world on his own to drag Tohru back home. Of course, there's been many other occasions we have seen Tohru use various magic during her day-to-day maid duties. Tohru seemed to be a pretty big role for both her Japanese and English voice actors, as both have only really played minor characters or often voiced additional voices in other shows, though her English actress seems to be landing bigger roles as of late. Tohru's Japanese voice actress is Yuki Kuwahara. She has voiced other characters such as Hakuya Shiotome from Shoumin Sample, Charlotte from In Another World with My Smartphone, and Mina from ReZero. Tohru's English voice actress is Sarah Weidenhaft. I think I've pronounced that right, probably not. Feel free to leave hate. All good. Anyway, she has voiced other characters such as Shami Papiston from Black Clover, Kikyo Kushida from Classroom of the Elite, Shira L. Greenwood from How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, and Psycho from Tokyo Ghoul RE. Being a chaos dragon, Tohru was raised by her parents to, above all, hate humans. Her parents wanted Tohru to be a fierce and dangerous dragon who wanted nothing but to create pure destruction. Of course, as we all know, on meeting Kobayashi, this all changed. Tohru's personality now is described as very cheerful, and she has become really kind to every human that she meets, to the point where she has stated that she loves living in the human world and that humans are not all the same. Though Tohru's kindness and willingness to help humans does have an exception. That exception is anyone Tohru sees as a rival love interest to Kobayashi. Though there are two people or beings that Tohru has a strong hatred towards. In one of the chapters in the manga, I believe this was around Christmas time, at the mere mention of the Christian god or Jesus, Tohru was quick to become enraged, and from the looks of things it seemed to stem from quite personal reasons. This hints that Tohru has had a couple of encounters with these two, and it has been far from pleasant for her. In fact, Tohru's hatred for them very much reminded me of the hatred that Satania from Gabriel Dropout had for them. Thanks for watching my video 5 facts about Tohru from the series Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to see more characters from this series, let me know in the comments. For more anime facts videos, subscription box openings, figure reviews and more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, share this video with a fellow weeb, and let me know in the comments, what's your favourite Tohru moment from the show? And hey, why not hit me up on social media? You can find me on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram at 414anime. And for anyone that wants to support me further, you can check out my rewards on Patreon. Once again, at 414anime. But that is it from me. I will see you in the next video.